That would be good. So I'm now recording. I'm now going to share my screen. Right, fantastic. Can somebody let me know that you can see my screen okay?
You're good to go, Colin.
Brilliant, thank you very much. Okay, as I say, welcome everybody. My name is Colin Simmons. I'm coming to you from Birmingham in the United Kingdom. And it's my pleasure just to run through a short presentation about a company called QRGL Marketing Incorporated. And they have put together a crowdfunding platform which has exploded around the globe. Firstly, a bit about myself. I've been involved in multi-level marketing for the last 30 years. I have tried all sorts of products in my time, from skincare to nutrition to perfumes to what else have I done? I've done telecoms. And most recently, in the last 18 months, I've been heavily involved in cryptocurrency. If anybody's been involved in any of those industries, you know that most of the time it's up and it's down, it's up and it's down. There's always the next big shiny thing that's about to launch, that goes into pre-launch forever. And when it finally gets going, things don't work and all that kind of stuff. That's really how the industry has been. I also have a background in traditional business as well. I used to own a security company in the Midlands, providing security guards, door supervisors all around the country. So that's a bit about me. Last October, a good friend of mine who's on the call today, Duncan Wood, called me up. He knew that I was very busy working from home. And he said, Colin, I need you to have a look at what's landed on my desk. And because it was Duncan, I said, okay, tell me more about it, Duncan. He said, I'm not going to explain it to you. I've got a short video that will explain it better than I can. And he said, how soon can you watch it? I said, well, send it to me now. This was in the morning. I said, send it to me now. I'll watch it now. Because I'm like that. He sent me the video. It was a short video. When I watched it, I thought, wow. Because he had presented to me something that I could see results very, very quickly. In all my online businesses, it's always a case of, well, if you do this, and if you do this, and if you do this, in 6 months' time, in 12 months' time, you'll have this many people and you'll make a fortune. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. What he shared with me was something that would work instantly. To the point where I called up Duncan and I said, look, I like what you shared with me, big time. And what I know is I know a handful of people right now that need to see what you just shared with me. So could we have another meeting this afternoon? I plan to get at least 10 people together on a Zoom call, and I want you to share with them what you shared with me. And that's exactly what we did. So in the afternoon, I had about 10 people on a call. They all sat and listened and watched this same presentation that I saw, which is a short video. All 10 of them said, yes, I'm in. That to me was a wow moment. That was something I hadn't really seen in all my other previous businesses. So they all got started. That same day, I received over $750 straight into my bank account from the people that started. Very, very simple, very, very quick. So from then, I've been going on and on and on. And most recently, we've come across this platform, which ticks all the boxes. It does everything I need it to do. So the question is, why has this industry come around I'm talking about? Well, firstly, we need to look at what's actually happened around the world. We all know that the financial industry has had major crashes in the past because of the banking system, because more and more countries are in debt. We know that more and more companies are in debt and more people are in debt. The whole financial industry is run by debt. And that we feel needs to change. In fact, it has to change. And the question is, do you think the banks will be able to change that? My own opinion is no, they won't. We've seen a crash in 2008. I don't believe that will be the last crash. I believe there'll be another crash. So the question is, how do we get out of the situation? My view is it will happen through the internet. The internet changes everything. That puts the power back with the people. We've seen this happen in a few industries already. Look at the postal industry. We now have email. That has changed how we send letters across the globe. Look at the telecoms industry. It wasn't long ago that if you wanted to make a phone call abroad, you need a lot of money, a lot of 10 pence pieces in the UK. It would cost you a fortune. Now we communicate for free via the internet. Look at taxi companies. We all know of Uber. That has been a game changer in that industry. So we know the internet can change things, and we honestly believe that the internet will change the financial industry. That will be the next major change. The question is, how will that happen? We believe that's going to happen, and it is happening through crowdfunding. This is a crowd of people all around the globe that are funding each other for whatever cause it is that they want to raise funds for. Fundraising, first of all, is nothing new. It's been around for generations. What's new is that in 2019, it's fair to say that everybody has a mobile phone. That means that everybody is connected to the internet. That means the whole globe becomes one crowd, one community of people helping people fundraise. This, I believe, will be the major shift that will get people out of debt around the globe. Here I'm sharing with you some of the major players that are involved in this space of crowdfunding. You may well have recognized some of these names, such as GoFundMe, Just Giving, Facebook, Impact101, PayPal, Indiegogo. These are some of the leaders that are out there right now in this crowdfunding space. How big is this space? Well, an independent source, which is the crowdfunderinsider.com, has seen that the growth in crowdfunding is at a rate of 136% per year. Now, if you're in business, you know that you want to be involved in an industry that has serious growth. And that's what we have in crowdfunding for sure. Another key indicator of how big this industry is when you get a payment processor, such as PayPal, allow you to crowdfund using their platform. They do this because they know that they'll make a hell of a lot of money on the fees that are associated with using their platform. Here is another well-known platform which I assume most people on this call will recognize, Facebook. Now, after this call, I urge you to go onto Facebook, type into the search bar on Facebook, fundraisers. You'll see the page that I'm sharing with you now. That there is a page, and quite simply, this will allow anyone in the world to donate to your cause. You may well have noticed that all of a sudden there's more and more people that are raising funds on their birthday. This is Facebook's way of raising more money for themselves, because they obviously charge a fee on every single donation that goes through their platform. Now, the interesting thing about that page, when you go to that page on Facebook, is if you scroll to the bottom of that page, you'll see that blue button that says there, you can raise money for a personal cause. That, I believe, is quite strange and quite different for a lot of people. People don't really get that. People understand that you raise money for a charity or a big company. People don't understand that actually you can raise money for a personal cause. It could be for any reason. It could be to get yourself out of debt. It could be to pay a bank loan, a credit card bill. It could be for any personal reason. This is the big shift that is happening in the financial world. So the question is, can anybody fundraise or crowdfund? Well, absolutely, yes, they can. As I've just said, it's not just the big companies, it's not just the big charities that are able to raise funds. Anybody that's, say, over 18, that has access to a smartphone, has access to the internet, is able to fundraise. Here is an example that I found just before Christmas from the Daily Mail. It's a story of a guy from Hull in the UK who was a broke father of 5, who was panicking, didn't know how he was going to get through Christmas with his 5 children. So he set up a crowdfunding page. He used GoFundMe, and within hours he raised over £2,000. Now that's quite incredible, really. What I find incredible about that is that you can see that his story, his campaign, was shared 19,000 times on social media. 19,000 times. So that shows you the power of social media, and it shows you the power of people helping people. That's what crowdfunding is all about. People will say to you, well, is it legal? Well, I will tell you now, 100% it is most definitely legal. It's legal across all 7 continents across the globe. In the UK, we have the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority. They have looked into crowdfunding very deeply. In fact, they have categorized it into 4 different types of crowdfunding. So, a loan-based and investment-based. Those 2 types of crowdfunding are licensed. You need to have a license to be able to operate in those kinds of crowdfunding spaces. Donation-based or reward-based is exactly how Facebook fundraise. It's exactly how GoFundMe fundraise. It's exactly how Impact101 fundraises. Is called donation-based, and that is not regulated by the FCA. You do not need a license to be able to send a donation from one person to another across the globe. So the answer to that question is yes, it is 100% legal. And again, if you wanted to, you can go and do your own due diligence. Go to the fca.org.uk website /consumers/crowdfunding. You'll get the same detail I'm sharing with you right now. What I'm sharing with you here is just some of the results that some of these major players have actually had in crowdfunding. GoFundMe is most definitely the leader, and they started in 2009 or 2010. They've been going about 8 or 9 years, that's all. In that time, they've had over $5 billion in donations go through their platform. They have over 50 million supporters. Now, a supporter is not somebody that's registered with GoFundMe. It's somebody that's decided to donate to somebody through that platform. They've seen somebody's campaign. They've decided to send them some money to help them, and it's gone through GoFundMe. GoFundMe are very happy because they charge a fee on every single donation that goes through their platform. That's how they make their money. And again, you can look at all the others, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, all of these platforms. They're all about the same sort of age, 8 or 9 years old. They have millions of people that use them. They have millions of donations or billions of donations that go through those platforms. They are huge. And you got to look at what actually happens here. I see a campaign. I decide I want to support that person. I send that person my donation. That is the end of it. I feel good that I've sent them a donation. That is the model. Now, here we are in 2019. Impact101 has looked to improve that same model. There's a twist to that model. I'm going to share with you a very short video.
We provide the platform, tools and systems so that every single person on our planet can raise funds and make life better. Our goal is to help you create the freedom so that you can make a significant impact in the lives of people you care about, your community, and the causes that are important to you. Superb technology-driven system, super desktop landing page, 2 mobile super technical landing pages. In a nutshell, everything you need to be successful. Day in, day out, freedom. Life is a game. You live so you play. Follow your dreams and win what your happy heart desires. Watch a 3-minute free video that can change your life. See you inside, winners.
Awesome. There you go. A very short video. The people behind Impact101. Well, firstly, we have the CEO. His name is Frank Servideo. He's there on the internet. He's there for anybody to go and to do their own due diligence. He has 45 years of success in business. He's been around. He knows what's needed to run a successful company. He's had 20 years marketing and sales experience. In 2002, he formed Castle Rock Research, which is a study guide, and he specializes in marketing, QR codes, and mobile landing pages. Now, if you look at that, he specializes in QR codes and mobile landing pages. The mobile phone industry has had a major growth over the last 10 years. So I would say that his timing has been absolutely perfect in that industry. And I'll put it to you today that his timing in crowdfunding today, again, is perfect. He knows what he's doing. 2011, he formed QRGL Marketing with his business partner, Hans Luhmann. Hans Luhmann is the brains behind the engineering. He is the guy that puts all the systems together. And again, he has 30 years experience. He develops custom solutions for leading technology companies. He sits on the boards of directors of Link Global Technology Incorporated, which is a Canadian blockchain company. What I'm sharing with you is that these two guys are very capable guys. They know exactly what's needed to make a platform successful. And again, they launched between them Impact101, this platform I'm talking about today, early in January of 2019. So it's all great that, you know, these guys are capable, but how good have they been so far? Well, we are exactly 14 weeks old. That is all, 14 weeks. And in those 14 weeks, Impact101 is now in 140 different countries around the globe. You may well see your flag here, wherever you are in the world. That tells you that there are people that are in Impact101 in your country. If you know people in any of these countries that you see on the screen here, you need to reach out to them, because there are people there already in Impact101 after 14 weeks. How much donations have gone through Impact101 in that time, in 14 weeks? Just over $4 million has been donated through this platform in 14 weeks. $4 million. That is quite special, and it's special because of how Impact101 works. So the purpose of this slide now really is it's about timing. If I had spoke to you at the start of any of these well-known platforms, and you got involved with these platforms when they first started, how wealthy would you be today? That is what I'm trying to say will happen, in my opinion, with Impact101. We are all here right at the very start of something that's very, very special. So the timing is now. You started on the 17th of January. We are 14 weeks old today. What I'll do now is just run through some of the differences between Impact101 compared to a traditional crowdfunding platform. Impact101 is a single platform, a crowdfunding and a marketing system that allows you to receive half of everything that happens in your donation grid forever. I'll explain what a donation grid is as we go along. Impact101 is based on a 2x2 grid process. This is the most successful 2x2 follow me donation process in history. What does that mean? Well, a 2x2, it means that you refer two people and you help those two people refer two people. That is the end of it. There's no big list of people that you need. It's two people helping two people. You do that over and over and over again as often as you want. It's a very successful system that I've seen work before. Now it's working even better with Impact101. Impact101 is a team crowdfunding system. As I've said, it's two people who help two people. That's the size of the team. And because it's so small, you are likely that you're going to get help from people above you within the system, and you're likely to get help from people below you in the system because it is so small. And this can happen within seconds of you registering. One of the main things I like about Impact101 is that it's a peer-to-peer team crowdfunding system. What that means in layman's terms is it's a person-to-person crowdfunding system. What that means, if I want to send a donation to somebody, it goes from my bank account directly to their bank account. Every donation I receive from around the globe goes directly from that person's bank account directly to my bank account. Not 1 cent of that donation goes through the platform Impact101. That is very special. That means that we stay in control of all of our funds. We decide if we want to send somebody a donation directly to them, and we decide if we want to receive a donation directly. It's fantastic. 100% of the donation goes to whoever I want it to go to, and 100% is what I would receive. So the question is, well, why would Impact101 do that if they don't make anything from the donations? What do they get out of it? Well, firstly, they provide us with an easy to navigate, totally automated, feature-rich dashboard. They're a high-tech company, so they provide us with all the tools that we need. This shows us in real time exactly who we need to donate to. It's just like a post, a guide post if you want. It tells you who you need to donate to. It tells you who's about to donate to you from around the globe. Very, very simple, all done in real time. And for that, Impact101 will charge us a fee, a license fee, to be able to use their website. That license fee is $25 for 6 months. So that's like less than just over $5 a month to be able to use their website. And if you wanted to, you could pay for the whole 12 months and pay $40, so you get yourself a discount. That is it. That is the only money that ever goes to Impact101. So the bottom line is, if Impact101 disappeared tomorrow, like many companies do on the internet, they would only disappear with $25 of mine. Fantastic. Now, Impact101 have a very simple system that they've put together, a donation grid. It's just a way of mapping out who you need to send donations to and who you're going to receive donations from. It's 3 simple steps. Number 1 is you would first register with Impact101. You would send them your $25 for your license fee for 6 months. After that, you want to become an active donor. Impact101 will instruct you to send a donation to 2 people. Once you've sent that donation, you are then classed as an active donor. You then will sit at the top of your small donation grid. It's 2 people who help 2 people. Step number 2 is to find your 2 people that are going to sit at the top of your donation grid with you. In this instance on the screen, you've got Sue and Bill. Those are your 2 people in step number 2 that also want to become active donors like you did. So they will register with Impact101. They'd spend their $25 directly to the company. They would send their donations, and because they're in your donation grid, they will send you a donation. Then step number 3 is you want to help Sue and Bill find their 2 people. So it's 2 people who find 2 people. That is it. That is as deep as it goes. So here we are, an example showing our lowest donation grid. Our lowest donation grid is $40. So you've decided to register with Impact101. You've sent your $25 to the company. You now are looking to send your $40 donation to 2 people, as instructed by Impact101. Once you've sent your donation, you will then sit at the top of your own donation grid, like in this example on the screen. This is step number 2. Your job now is to find 2 people who also want to be active donors like you have been. So let's say you talk to your friend Sue in the UK. Sue decides that she wants to become an active donor. She registers with Impact101 by sending $25 for 6 months. She sends you a donation because she's sat in your donation grid of $20. And she'll send another donation to somebody else of $20 above you as well, as instructed by Impact101. She's donated $40 split between 2 people. She is now an active donor. Your job of step number 2 is half completed. You now want to do the same thing with Bill from the USA. He also wants to become an active donor. Bill would send $25 to Impact101 so he can use their software. He would then send you a donation in the $40 grid of $20. And he will send another $20 to somebody else above you. Bill is now classed as an active donor. That is step number 2. Step number 3 is to work with Sue and Bill and to help them bring in their people, like so. Every single time Sally or Jack or Tom or Dan have joined into this donation grid, because this is your donation grid and you'll sit at the top of it, they're going to send you a donation of $20. So at this point, you've now received 6 donations of $20. That's $120. Bear in mind that in the beginning, you actually donated $40 in the first place. You've received back 3 times more than what you donated in the first place. Now that's a great situation to be in. At that point, you won't receive any more donations from this grid. You have a choice. You can say thank you very much and walk away and enjoy your $120. Or you might go, well, tell you what, I want to do that again. You've got $120 in your bank account. You can decide to donate $40 again to 2 people again, as instructed by Impact101, to open up a brand new $40 donation grid with nobody in it. That will start to get completed again. People will follow you into that grid and they will donate to you again, and you'll receive another 6 donations of $20, which is another $120. And you can do that over and over and over again. In fact, Impact 101 has 8 different donation grid levels. Starting at the lowest one, which is $40, up to the highest one, which is $4,800. Now, somebody could start on all 8 grids on day 1 if they wanted to. They're able to receive donations on every single grid independently. Let's say you started on the lowest grid, $40 grid, like I've already explained. You've received your 6 donations of $20. You've received $120. You've decided that you want to do the $40 grid again. You like to receive another $120. So you donate $40 out of your $120. You've still got $80 left. Now with that $80, the smart thing to do is to use that $80 to get yourself into the next grid higher, level 2. And there you would donate $40 to one person and $40 to another person. You're then eligible to receive 6 donations of $40. That's $240. And again, you could walk away, or you can go, great, I want to do that again. Of your $240, you donate $80 again, $40 to one person, $40 to another person. That still leaves you $160. The smart thing to do with $160 is get yourself into the level 3, the $150 grid. And in that grid, which is independent from the 80 or the 40, you would send $75 to one person and $75 to another person. Very, very simple. Once you've done that, you're eligible to receive 6 donations times 75, $450. And you can see where this is going as you go through the grids. Every single grid is completely separate. Now, the thing is, the thing you got to think about, it's great to be in the level 1, $40 grid, receiving 6 donations times 20. But it'd be much better to be receiving 6 donations times 300 or 6 donations times 600. That makes a major difference. Impact 101 being a high-tech company means that we have all the tools that we need to get this campaign off the ground, to get this whole system up and running. The green bar across the centers is your progress bar. 6 steps to go through when you first register. Number 1 is pay your membership. Number 2, obviously, is you want to choose how many grids you'd like to be in. Whether it's just 1 or 1 to 3 or 1 to 8, you might be want all of them. And again, if you're in all of them, that means you don't leave any money on the table, which is a great position to be in. And then obviously you can work through all the other levels. Now at the bottom, you've got all the zeros. That is the nerve center. That is your to-do list. If any of those boxes have a number in them, except for the active personals, that is something that you have to do. Whether it's send a donation, whether it's confirm a donation, or whether it's unread messages. Very, very clear and very, very simple. Now, when it comes to sending your $25 to Impact 101, we have a variety of ways in which you can do that. We no longer accept PayPal. Well, they no longer accept PayPal, actually. So you can send it by credit card. You can pay your $25 by cryptocurrency, Dash or Bitcoin. You could get a prepaid token from the person that's introducing you. Or if you've got contacts in Asia, they often like to use Alipay or WeChat. Those are 2 major payment processors over that side of the world. So there's lots of options of how people can pay their license fee to Impact 101. Another nice thing about Impact 101 is you do get a lot of detail of exactly which donations you've received, a whole history of them, and which donations you've sent, which is great for your own accounting needs. Now, if you remember, I shared with you all those flags, 140 different flags from around the globe, showing you how fast in 14 weeks Impact 101 has spread around the globe. That's happened because they have a very simple system. You don't need to be able to recruit the world. You don't need to be a top salesperson. You just need to be able to ask a simple question. Could you use some more money? The answer is going to be yes, and I say, how? Well, then you say, look, I've got a video which I need you to watch, which explains it better than I can. It's as simple as that. This is a system that we've been using to spread Impact 101 across the globe. Fantastic, simple system. Now, Impact 101 is the crowdfunding platform. QRGL Marketing Incorporated is the company behind Impact 101. QRGL Marketing Incorporated have been offering mobile landing pages since 2011. They have been selling these landing pages, which is really a very fancy business card or website for a mobile phone, for $250 per year. Now, us in Impact 101, we get 2 of these landing pages as part of the package. So that is great value. And again, you can look at the first one, which is obviously a car company. You're able to have a video of your company on there, your website's on there, your telephone number's on there, your email is on there. All the information that a company would need to get business into their business, get new business into their business. So we get one of those thrown in. So if you have a traditional business, or if you know somebody that has a traditional business, you're quite capable of actually providing them with a fantastic landing page. It gives them a lot of information for them to do more business. We get that thrown in. As well as, obviously, we can actually fundraise and help any organization that's struggling with their crowdfunding needs. That, ladies and gentlemen, is quite simple. Simply how simple this process is. So what I suggest is I ask you to get back to the person that's invited you on this call today. Ask them if they have this short video that explains how Impact 101 works. Get all your questions answered. We do have a Facebook group. We do have a Telegram group. There's lots of support that everybody's enjoying around the globe. It's there for you as well. So what I'll do now is I'll stop sharing my screen. And welcome you all back to my page. Okay, what I normally do now is just run through some of the basic questions that we get asked every single day whenever we talk about Impact 101. The first thing that someone will say to you more than often is, well, is it legal? If you've been on the call tonight, hopefully you've seen the proof that yes, it's 100% legal. Crowdfunding is legal on all 7 continents around the globe. And there are obviously a variety of different types of crowdfunding, which most people don't get. That's usually the first question that I always get. The second thing is someone will say to me, oh, it's a pyramid. When somebody says that to me, I say, well, tell me, what do you mean by it's a pyramid? And all it is that they've seen it, it's a 2x2, and they think that, okay, it's a 2x2, but then there's going to be lots of people underneath you. Well, no, it's not. It is a 2x2. That's it. Once that 2x2 is complete, if you want to fundraise again, you'll start a brand new 2x2, and you'll be underneath somebody else that's already in position before you. So, for example, in 12 months' time, I've completed a donation grid of 2x2. I'm ready to donate again and receive more donations. Somebody's just joined. I would end up underneath that brand new person. So how is that a pyramid? They've now got me underneath them, who's been around this for 12 months, who knows what he's doing within the system. Fantastic situation to be in. So again, it's just people don't understand what they're actually looking at. So that answers the it's a pyramid thing. When someone says to me, it's a Ponzi, I'll say, please explain to me what you mean by it's a Ponzi. Usually they won't know, or they'll say, it's, well, the guys at the top make all the money. A bit like a pyramid. Well, again, that isn't the case, because people are constantly flowing and moving around in the system. Nobody sits at the top raking in all the money. Doesn't happen. And again, it's a situation where in a Ponzi, where all the people at the bottom pay all the people at the top. Hopefully from this presentation, you can see that isn't the case. If somebody says that and they want to know, well, tell me why it isn't, I'll get them on one of these calls or get them to see one of these recordings. They'll see exactly why it's not a Ponzi. People will tell me it's multi-level marketing. And I'll say, well, no, it's not multi-level marketing, because nobody makes any commission. No commission is being paid to anybody, never mind on multiple levels. We receive donations from across the globe. Now, key point about donations, when I send somebody a donation, I do not expect a donation back from that person. That is critical. That is key. If I expected a donation back from that person, that could be seen as an investment. I've invested in that person and I want something back. What we have in Impact 101 is I would send that person a donation. That donation's gone. I'm happy, exactly the same as GoFundMe. But I'm also able to receive donations because I'm an active donor from other people across the globe. That is huge. That is a game changer in the crowdfunding space. And that's the kind of message that we need to get people to understand. That's what's going on. Have you got anybody got any other questions that you get in general that people have asked you that you'd like me to answer today? If anybody has read anything on there and want to read them out to me, that would be great.
Sustainability is one that often comes up.
Oh yes, sustainability. Well, the beauty of Impact 101 is sustainability. Why would I stop donating? Have I received enough money? Do I want to continue receiving donations? Well, the answer is yes. So if I want to continue receiving donations, I have to give first. So I give before I can receive. If I don't give, then I won't receive. But obviously, people around the globe want to receive donations, so this is why it will continue. The bottom line is more and more people are in debt than ever before. More and more people need to find a way out of that situation. The usual network marketing industry doesn't really work for the majority of people. There needs to be something different. This is different. People can see results very, very quickly. Hope that answers that. Any other questions on there? All good. All good. Hopefully that has made sense to everybody. I try to keep it as simple, as clear as I can. It's a very simple system. We do have trainings that happen on Saturday as well, where you'll listen to people from all across the globe explaining exactly what they do on a daily basis. I thank you all for being on the call today. We have another presentation happening this Sunday at 8 p.m. UK time, done by my colleague Duncan Wood. We expect a lot of people on that call again. So if there's no other questions, I thank you all for being on the call today. I will stop recording first of all.